Hey. It is Coach Ariel Anderson, and it's once a month, and here we are in this space together. It has been so warm here in California, and I know if you've been here before, you know I'm all about nature and what's going on and what's happening on your fertility journey. I specialize in midlife fertility, fertility over 40, but I really have a piece of something for you on your journey through life and fertility, regardless of your age. I'm all about conscious business and life and really moving you through different transitions, the big ones: marriage, fertility, parenting, relationships, love, work, no work, so many things. All right. I love those transitions, and I get to be here today to talk about one of those right now. So if you're new, please subscribe and like if there's something interesting for you. That helps us. All right. So let's just jump right in. It is an evening session. We haven't done one of those for quite a long time. So it's nice to feel a different vibe. See if somebody wants to come in here and play, ask questions, because you can ask anything. And if you're coming here on the replay, go ahead and, put whatever you want down in the comment section. And I do get back to you personally. That's important to me. Sometimes it's really soon. Sometimes it's a little slower. If it doesn't pop up in the algorithm, I just never know. Sometimes there's a delay. All right, enough of that. That was lovely. I am going to be announcing something kind of exciting for me because we have an anniversary coming up, and if that's interesting for you, great. I'm going to be doing that at the end of this call, and I usually am here between 11 minutes and 22, depending on if someone shows up or if I just can't stop chatting about something that feels exciting. And so right at the end of that, just after I say, I don't know, I'll let you know. You can click off or you can see what else is happening because, we have a 1-year anniversary coming up. Not for this channel, but for the circle. So, all right. Today, I really wanted to talk about pivoting. We have talked about it before a little bit, but I think there's been some things popping up in my own personal life. Like, we found out, we didn't notice that in our house was the original water heater. And I was thinking about how, how many times our water heater died, by the way. We found out because it was 4 a.m. and all the alarms started going off, the CO2 alarms, because it was expelling gas into the house. That's delightful. And we didn't know what was going on. It was crazy. And then we figured out the next day, actually, that it was the water heater had just kaput, died. And what the heck does this have to do with fertility? Well, I'm going to tell you. Sometimes we hang on to something and instead of making the move to something else, to something new that might function and work for us better, that is more efficient or better for in this case, is better for the environment, but something that's better for you. Like you, not what the books say, not just what I say, but really the culmination of all the things that you're gathering or you've been exposed to, or you feel in your own intuitive space, heart, body, those things for you. That's always what I'm going to come back to. You're like, oh, she's saying that again. But I can't help it because too many times we give that power away to somebody else. And it's important. Ask us. We want to help you. But bottom line, it's always going to be you and your intuition, and your body and what it says yes to. And also your values. Your heart and mind are very connected. So sometimes you push past something because you think, that's not aligned with what I thought I wanted or what's in my sphere, yet this feels like a yes. That's how it was for me with a C-section. I was like, I'm never doing that. No effing way. And then it happened, and it happened with grace in a way I didn't expect. That said, water heater. So the water heater that broke, it was 19 years old. Those things are supposed to last 8 to 10 years, maximum, maybe 15 if you're super lucky. That seems short to me, but whatever. And so I was thinking about this, and then I was having the discussion with the maintenance guy about, well, which kind are we going to get, blah, 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 and what does that have to do with anything? Well, my value system says, like your value system when you're doing your fertility, it says, I don't really want an electric heater that is constantly going on all the time like we had in Europe. The bills are a bit high when you do that. He's like, but it's more efficient. And I said, but efficient how? Well, efficient because it is very efficient about getting you lots and lots of hot water. And I said, well, how is it for the environment and the electricity? And he's like, well, yeah, your bills will be higher. And I was like, okay, but it lasts longer. And like, okay, So what is this random information? Well, it's really about, we get so much information. Okay, this is more efficient. This is better. In terms of fertility, it's like, this is better for your body. This is what everyone says is the best thing. This many people decided on this, so that's best for you. Or you get a statistic. You know how I feel about statistics. They are interesting to pay attention to and go, and there are some of them are more accurate than others, but bottom line, that is just one more piece of information that's coming that you have to decide, does that fit me? Does that fit you? Does that fit you? So that's why having the water heater incident, cold water, which during the heat was not such a bad thing, I was like, this is interesting. Why do we hang on to things and then let it happen to us? I was watching something on Netflix or Prime, I don't know. And there was a quote from a graduation. Oh yes, I remember now, like the summer I turned pretty or something like that, season 2, where he says something that someone said to him, which was, the world isn't just happening to you. Your life isn't just happening to you. You're happening to the world. And I think that's very much about this. It's about doing things your own way. It's about that you're affecting. You get to choose. You get to choose your energy and your journey inside of whatever is happening. Now, I've been there, and I'm often there now, where there are moments where something we definitely have been having sort of, Murphy's Law, like one thing after another, boom, 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 has been happening, refrigerator, water heater, surgery, massive surgery for my daughter, like things happening. But it's funny, after a while, I actually get more relaxed because I think, so when things aren't going right, this is familiar. This is familiar, like the fertility journey. I have a very hot light here. I didn't realize how warm this light is. I am a sweater. And over things will go wrong. They're going to go wrong. They're not going to go exactly as you expect. If you've ever gotten married or you planned an event or, just planned your life, inevitably we know that those unexpected things pop up, and it is especially painful inside of the fertility journey. And I just want to say to you that I honor that. I hope that you can make space for those moments when they come up, whether it's things not working or things seeming to work and then you have a loss. Miscarriages are awful and revitalizing and powerful, and not even getting pregnant is equally a loss. And I know we've talked about that. There are those moments when you're going to pivot. And I know we've touched on this, where you might turn towards something different than you expected. I have a couple of clients and people in the circle who went in directions they didn't expect. They did pivot. And I got to support that. I got to realize that it's not just natural or nothing, I thought in the beginning of this journey with you that that's how it was going to be. And I am still all about supporting as much as possible, with mindfulness and herbs and all the good things that can support your body. But sometimes your journey isn't about even using your body. maybe one of the steps along the way in your journey is going to feel different. Maybe you're going to pause. Maybe you're going to borrow someone else's body. And maybe you're also going to have your own child with your body. It's not only one thing. Sometimes it will be. Sometimes you only want one, or it feels right to have one. Sometimes doing it differently than you had at first anticipated takes pressure off. And that pivot energizes. And you'll know as soon as you start moving in the direction of a pivot, you're just, should I pivot this way? Ooh, wait, should I pivot that way? Oh, I have no energy now. Wait, let's go back here. It's like if you ever positioned a satellite, or even just your phone in certain areas. If you're up in the mountains, you're like, wait, here. Nope. Okay, right. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, like that. It's like that with your decisions with fertility. And I just hope that you can come in here or take a walk or be in our circle and get the support that you need, or watch the video that boosts you up on those days when you're feeling the energy drain because you're making a decision or you're turning a particular way. It's not because nothing's going to work. I want to remind you of that. It's not that. Sometimes it might be. Sometimes it might be that you need to pause, and that's okay. Sometimes you might realize that, do you really want it? Yet most days I find that if you really want something, you're really pulled there, that you are going to get there. And there may be some work involved, some deep, deep work. And there may be some work that is simple. And it's right there. And you can taste it, but you don't see it for some reason. And maybe you hear someone else's story. When we're in the circle, other people, when there's a lot of people and then people hear other people's stories and it activates something, or we activate together. It's exciting. So today, I've got a creaky chair. Can you hear that? I wish for you the ease of this particular transition. I love transitions and newness when there's a new energy. And even if it's temporary, if it's just to activate something, like I get tired of doing the same thing all the time. I love learning something new or figuring something out or intuiting something. That is exciting for me. It's probably why I love working with people starting up or pivoting their businesses. They're transitioning there, which often activates their fertility if that's what they end up wanting to do. It's exciting. It's exciting, this movement of something new, thinking, doing, being, directing a different way. There's so much there. It's not just about fertility. It's about you. It's about what you need, the familiar and the newness to activate something. It's that support of making sure the people around you feel right. Like if there are those friends or family members that are, okay, spend less time with them. It's okay. Permission to do that. Well, I am wrapping up. It is 13 minutes, and I did promise I would stay in the 11-ish, and now we're moving towards the 22. And you are welcome to ask any question. I'm wondering if anything I've said here activates something. I would love for you to like it if it's interesting for you. And I would love for you to comment and say, yes, this sounds familiar, or I really struggled with that, or I don't feel, maybe you don't feel that you can have permission to step back from certain people or certain things, or you haven't figured out yet that thing to just slightly alter your direction and see if something else might not be the answer for you, for your fertility. Because your energy, if you're feeling energized, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 22 or 52, 62, 82. I had a great aunt who just surprised me recently. She's not here anymore, but she died at 101, over 101. And she was full of energy. So this, I'm old, I don't have any energy. No, it's because you and I, when we don't have energy, it's because we're not following. You're not following the thing, that thing that is the right one for you. Just remember that. You're not too old to have a child. Don't listen to that. That is absolute crap. I'm tired when I don't sleep properly. And even sometimes when I don't sleep properly, like right now, I woke up at 3:30, you guys, 3:30 a.m. I did not sleep again. And I am so energized. Now, maybe it was the bee sting I got when I was walking through the lavender. That could be it. That definitely energized me. Yet it's also being here with you. It's being here with you and giving you energy right now. It's helping to activate what it is that you're meant to create and do and put your energy into, that opens you, keeps you receptive, so that that baby comes to you in your body, in someone else's body. It doesn't matter. What matters is that your baby is on the way and that you can receive it. Like someone throwing a beanbag your way, like, yep, got it. Really easy, not, backing up and tripping and, but you got it. You do, you have it. All right. So thank you for being here. Definitely hit subscribe and like, as I mentioned. That's always lovely to have you here and know that you're here. And I did promise something. So we have a 1-year anniversary. You can click off now if you want to or not. We have a 1-year anniversary that is coming, and I really love getting in a room with you. Like, this is fun, but what's really fun is getting in a room with you where I get to see your faces. So I am going to be offering a retreat morning, or we'll see what time is best for you guys. I'll actually put out a little form, and you guys can say which one you most prefer. But I'm offering a retreat morning or a couple of hours or whatever we end up doing. I would say probably an hour and a half-ish is where my energy is the strongest. And I want to really give to you and work with, creating that sacred space that you maybe already have been working on or you struggle with because life and every day is busy. And I want to offer that to you inside of the group. So anybody who signs up for our monthly calls and in the inner circle, I would like to offer you that beautiful retreat for free because I just want to welcome you in that way. And I'd like to kind of take this time to offer you what can really feed and nourish you for fertility and for your life. And I literally just decided now, because I had a couple other things in my mind, and then I just decided as I'm talking to you that that's what it's going to be, because I love giving. I love giving things. And so I would love to do that inside of that space because it's more private. I have done things publicly on Facebook and here. The Facebook group only opens up when we actually have an event going on. I haven't done much for various reasons, but we are going to do some live things coming up. But this is something I really love to do. So I'm going to put a link down in the description, and you can jump in there and you can explore and let's have fun. I want to give that to you. That'd be really cool. And who knows, maybe I'll shift it again, but it'll be in that realm. All right? Okay. All right. Well, I'm Coach Ariel Anderson. It's been great to be here with you, and I wish you a beautifully imperfect day, following your journey, following your bliss, getting to that joy and health by, opening to what's yours. You deserve it. I'll see you on the other side.